Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Today, we're taking a closer look at a coin that you might think is fairly recent and common, the 2022 US dime. You've probably come across many dimes in your pocket change, but what if I told you that some of these dimes are worth much more than their face value? That's right, the 2022 dime is a coin that has some fascinating surprises for those who know what to look for. Stick around because you won't believe how much this little dime could be worth. At first glance, the 2022 dime may seem like just another regular coin that's part of the ongoing series of Roosevelt dimes, which have been in circulation since 1946. These dimes are well known for their depiction of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. The design is simple yet symbolic, representing liberty, peace, and strength, but don't let the familiar design fool you. There's more to the 2022 dime than meets the eye. One of the most interesting aspects of this coin is that it was minted during a period of increased demand for collectible coins and special edition releases. This means that while most of these dimes will circulate as regular coins, there are some that are much more coveted by collectors, and in some cases, they're worth much more than you might imagine. So, what makes the 2022 dime so special? It all comes down to rarity and condition. The 2022 dime was minted in large quantities, but there are specific features or conditions that can make certain dimes from this year worth a lot more. One of the key factors to look for is the quality of the coin. Most dimes from this year are likely to show signs of wear from being in circulation. However, some 2022 dimes were kept in excellent condition, either as part of coin collections or simply because they weren't used much. Coins in mint state condition are always in high demand, especially when it comes to more recent years. Beyond the standard dimes, there are also error coins from the 2022 dime series that have become highly sought after. Minting errors occur when the coins aren't struck perfectly, leading to fascinating and unique varieties. Some errors include double dies, misplaced mint marks, and even off-center strikes. These types of errors are rare and very valuable to collectors because they offer a glimpse into the minting process, showing that something went wrong during production. And what's more exciting than finding an error coin? Well, these coins tend to appreciate in value as time passes, and some collectors may be willing to pay a premium for them. Another reason the 2022 dime has become increasingly valuable is the limited edition releases and special mints that were produced in small quantities. For example, the West Point Mint produced a very limited run of dimes for certain collectors, which makes them stand out. Collectors often seek these limited editions for their uniqueness, and the scarcity of these specific dimes can cause their value to rise significantly. It's also important to note that while most of the 2022 dimes you'll find are made from the usual cupronickel composition, the fact that they are from such a recent year makes them especially desirable when they are in excellent condition. As time goes on and these coins get older, their value could increase, particularly for well-preserved or error versions. Now, let's get down to the real question: how much is the 2022 dime worth? Most dimes from this year are going to be worth their face value of 10 cents. However, if you happen to find a 2022 dime that's in mint condition, or one that has a rare minting error, you could see its value skyrocket. Some 2022 dimes in excellent condition have been sold for as much as $1,000. Yes, you heard that right, $1,000 for a single 2022 dime. This kind of value is primarily driven by the rarity of coins in such good condition, as well as the interest that collectors have in obtaining dimes with unique characteristics. So, if you have any 2022 dimes in your pocket change, it might be worth giving them a second look. Make sure to check for any errors, unique mint marks, or signs of extraordinary preservation. If you find a 2022 dime with a minting error or in pristine condition, you could have something that is worth far more than you might have expected when you first got it. Imagine finding a coin worth $1,000 just by checking your loose change or going through your coin collection. It's not just about having a coin, it's about discovering the hidden treasures that might be sitting right in front of you. So, what can you do if you think you found a valuable 2022 dime? First, check its condition. Look for any scratches, dings, or where that could reduce its value. The more perfect it is, the higher its potential worth. Then, examine the design for any minting errors. If you find a double die or off-center strike, you could be holding a coin that's worth much more than just 10 cents. And if you're really unsure, consider taking your coin to a professional coin grader to get an accurate assessment of its value. In the world of coin collecting, it's all about rarity, condition, and demand. While most 2022 dimes will remain humble and worth just a few cents, the truly rare and pristine examples can become incredibly valuable. And who knows? That simple dime you almost dismissed could be worth as much as $1,000. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of US coinage, and we've got an incredible discovery to share with you: the 1967 US dime. If you think the dimes in your pocket are worth nothing more than 10 cents, think again. You'd be surprised at how much a 1967 dime can be worth, especially if you know what to look for. In this video, we'll explore the history, features, and rare qualities that can make this particular coin worth a small fortune. Stick around until the end, because you'll want to hear about the shocking value of some of these dimes. Let's start by taking a quick look at the 1967 dime's history. The 1960s were a time of great change in the United States, politically, socially, and economically. The country was in the midst of the Vietnam War, and the civil rights movement was making strides across the nation. At the same time, the U.S. Mint was hard at work producing coins to meet the needs of the growing population and economy. The 1967 dime is part of the iconic Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946. This particular dime features a portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a figure beloved for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. On the reverse, the coin showcases a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing freedom, peace, and strength. The design is simple but powerful, an enduring representation of American values. Now, you might be wondering, why would a 1967 dime be worth anything more than 10 cents? After all, millions of these coins were minted, and they were widely circulated. So, what's the secret behind their value? First and foremost, the condition of a coin plays a huge role in determining its worth. Most of the 1967 dimes you'll encounter will have been used extensively, which means they're probably worn, scratched, and damaged in some way. A well-worn coin can only be worth its face value, or maybe a little more if you find someone interested in it for sentimental or collection purposes. But here's where it gets interesting: coins in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch significantly more than their face value, especially for coins from years like 1967. When a coin is in mint condition, meaning it has been carefully stored, never used in circulation, and still retains its original shine, it can command a much higher price. Imagine finding a 1967 dime that looks like it just came off the minting press. That coin could be worth a premium, simply because it's so well preserved. The more perfect the coin, the more desirable it is to collectors, and the higher the price it can fetch. But it's not just about condition, there are also rarer variations and mint errors that can make the 1967 dime even more valuable. One of the key factors that collectors are on the lookout for are error coins. These coins have defects that occurred during the minting process, and these errors can make a coin incredibly rare. For example, a 1967 dime that was struck off-center or has a double die could be worth a significant amount more than a regular one. These types of minting errors are unique, and collectors absolutely love them because they represent something special, an anomaly in the minting process. Another factor to consider is the mint mark. The 1967 dimes were produced at 3 different U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. While most of these coins will be from the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark, finding one from Denver or San Francisco could make it a bit more unique, especially if it's in great condition or has an error. Some of the rarest coins in any series come from these lesser minted locations, and collectors are always on the lookout for them. Now, let's talk about the value of these coins. While most 1967 dimes will still be worth their face value of 10 cents, there are certain coins that can sell for thousands of dollars. It all depends on rarity, condition, and the presence of minting errors. A well-preserved 1967 dime, or one with a significant mint error, can be worth a considerable amount more than you might expect. So, how much could a 1967 dime actually be worth? A regular 1967 dime, even in great condition, might be worth around a couple of dollars. But if you happen to have a rare error coin, or a pristine mint condition coin, you could be looking at a substantial increase in value. In fact, some of the rarest 1967 dimes have been known to sell for as much as $61,000, that's $61,000 for a single dime. Yes, you heard it correctly. A dime that was minted back in 1967 could be worth a small fortune today. The value of these error coins and uncirculated dimes is driven by their rarity, the demand from collectors, and the historical significance of the coin. When you consider the millions of 1967 dimes that were minted, it's easy to see why a well-preserved or error coin could be so valuable. A mint error, a rare variant, or simply a pristine coin in top-notch condition can make all the difference in how much it's worth. So, what should you do if you find a 1967 dime in your collection or your pocket change? First, make sure to carefully inspect it for any signs of wear or damage. Coins that have been used in circulation tend to lose their value, so you're looking for coins that are as close to mint condition as possible. Next, take a closer look for any errors, whether it's a double die, off-center strike, or misaligned design. If you find something unusual, you could be holding a very rare and valuable coin. In conclusion, the 1967 US dime might seem like just another coin from the past, but it's so much more than that. With the right condition and the right error, this small dime could be worth a small fortune, even up to $61,000. So, take a moment to check your coin collections, your pocket change, or your old coin jars. You might just find a hidden treasure that could make you a lot of money. Today, we're diving into the world of US coinage to explore something truly incredible, the 1974 US dime. You might be thinking, it's just another dime, but you'd be very surprised to learn just how much value some of these coins can have. What if I told you that a simple 1974 dime, a coin you could find in your pocket change, could be worth far more than its face value? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this dime could fetch thousands of dollars. Before we get into the surprising value of the 1974 dime, let's take a step back and examine its history. The 1974 dime is part of the famous Roosevelt dime series, which was first issued in 1946 to honor the memory of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Roosevelt, who led the U.S. during the Great Depression and World War II, remains one of the most beloved figures in American history. The dime featuring his portrait was designed by John R. Sinek, and it's been in circulation for over 70 years now. The reverse side of the coin shows the familiar design of a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. It's a beautiful design that represents core American values. The 1974 dime may look like any other dime you've come across, but don't be fooled. There's more to it than meets the eye. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1974 dime special and why some of them can be worth so much more than just 10 cents. As with any coin, the condition is one of the biggest factors in determining its value. Dimes are small, and they tend to show wear and tear after being in circulation for years. Most of the 1974 dimes you'll find are probably scratched up, faded, or just generally worn down from years of use. But here's the thing, coins in pristine condition, especially those that have been kept in uncirculated or mint condition, can be incredibly valuable. If you happen to come across a 1974 dime that has never been in circulation and is still shiny and perfect, you could be holding a coin that's worth much more than its face value. When it comes to rare coins, collectors are always on the lookout for well-preserved pieces. A coin that's stayed in perfect condition for decades is much more valuable than one that has been passed around in daily transactions. This is where the true value of the 1974 dime comes in, but it's not just about the condition. There are also minting errors that can make certain 1974 dimes incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. Minting errors occur when there's a mistake during the production process. Sometimes the die isn't aligned correctly, sometimes the coin is struck off-center, or there could be other issues that make the coin unique. These errors can make a coin much rarer than the typical ones found in circulation, and that rarity increases the coin's value. For example, if you happen to find a 1974 dime that has a double die or has been struck with a misplaced mint mark, you could be looking at a collector's dream. Error coins are often worth much more than regular ones because they're one of a kind. Some minting errors are extremely rare and can make the coin highly desirable. If you find a 1974 dime with an unusual mistake, you may have stumbled upon a rare treasure. Another factor to consider is the mintage of the 1974 dime. While millions of these dimes were produced, the ones in the best condition, and especially those with minting errors, are the ones that are worth the most. A coin that wasn't as heavily circulated and has been preserved in excellent condition over time will naturally be more valuable to collectors. So, just how much could a 1974 dime be worth? Well, most dimes from this year are still just worth their face value, 10 cents. However, when you take into account the rarity, condition, and potential minting errors, the value can skyrocket. In fact, some 1974 dimes have sold for an astounding price, up to $58,000. That's $58,000 for a single dime. Imagine finding a coin that's worth $58,000 just because it's in perfect condition, or even better, because it has an error. That's the kind of discovery that can turn a simple coin collection into a treasure trove. Whether it's an error, a limited edition, or simply a coin that's been kept in fantastic shape, a 1974 dime could be your ticket to a fortune. So, how do you find these valuable coins? If you have a collection of coins from the 1970s, or you happen to come across a 1974 dime in your pocket change, make sure to check its condition closely. Look for any signs of wear that might reduce its value. If the dime looks new and shiny, you might just have a pristine coin that could fetch a pretty penny. Also, be on the lookout for any errors. Those can turn an ordinary dime into a collector's gem. In conclusion, the 1974 US dime might seem like just another coin at first glance, but it holds some amazing secrets. Whether it's a mint error, perfect condition, or just the rarity of the coin, the 1974 dime can be worth far more than its face value. So, the next time you're going through your change or your collection, take a moment to look carefully at that 1974 dime. You never know, you could be holding a coin worth $58,000. Today's video will definitely captivate your attention. We're taking a closer look at a coin you might find tucked away in your pocket change, the 2015 US dime. While most of us are used to seeing dimes on a daily basis and consider them as just another small coin, today we're going to reveal why the 2015 dime might be worth far more than its face value. Stick around until the end, because you won't believe how much this simple dime could be worth today. Now, let's start with some background about the 2015 dime. Dimes have been part of U.S. currency since 1796, and they are most famously associated with President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who is featured on the obverse side of the coin. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, is widely remembered for his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The Roosevelt dime, introduced in 1946 to honor Roosevelt's legacy, has become a mainstay in U.S. coinage, and it continues to be issued today. In 2015, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these dimes, and for the most part, they entered circulation as normal currency. They feature the same recognizable design. On the front, you'll find Roosevelt's profile, and on the back, the reverse side displays a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, representing liberty, peace, and strength. It's a simple, yet powerful, design that continues to stand the test of time. At first glance, the 2015 dime might not seem all that special. In fact, if you have one sitting in your coin jar, you probably don't think twice about it. But here's where the story gets interesting. Rarity and condition are everything in the world of coin collecting. While most 2015 dimes are in circulation or have already been worn down over time, there are some out there that are worth a lot more than the 10 cents they were initially minted for. It's all about finding that perfect dime, and trust us, it can be a game changer for your coin collection. So, what makes the 2015 dime so valuable? Well, as with any coin, the condition plays a huge role in determining its worth. If you happen to find a 2015 dime that has been carefully stored and never used in everyday transactions, it could be considered a pristine, uncirculated coin. These coins are highly sought after by collectors because of their perfect condition. After all, most coins are subjected to wear and tear, so finding one that still retains its original shine and detail is a rare find, but it doesn't stop there. Mint errors can make a coin like the 2015 dime even more valuable. Mint errors happen when something goes wrong during the manufacturing process, and it can result in an extremely rare and unique coin. For example, if a dime was struck off-center, or if the die was misaligned during the minting process, you could be holding a coin that's worth much more than just 10 cents. These errors are incredibly rare, and they can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Collectors often seek out these error coins because they are one of a kind and add a special touch to their collection. Another factor to consider when determining the value of the 2015 dime is its mint mark. Dimes are minted at several U.S. mint facilities, including the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. If you happen to come across a 2015 dime from a specific mint, it might be more valuable, especially if it's from a lesser-known facility. While Philadelphia minted the most dimes, there could be variations and rarities depending on the mint mark. This can create a unique market for collectors who are specifically interested in dimes from certain years and locations. Now, you're probably wondering, how much can a 2015 dime be worth if it's in excellent condition or has an error? The answer might surprise you. Most 2015 dimes are worth their face value of 10 cents or just a few dollars for a well-preserved example. However, if the dime you have is in perfect, uncirculated condition, or if it has an error, it could be worth much more. Dimes with errors can fetch higher prices, especially if they are extremely rare mistakes. Some 2015 dimes with off-center strikes or die errors have been known to sell for upwards of $29,000. That's $29,000 for a single dime. Yes, you heard that correctly. A 2015 dime, which you might have thought was worth just a few cents, could actually be worth a small fortune if it's in the right condition or has a rare minting error. This is a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting can turn an ordinary coin into a highly valuable item. So, what should you do if you think you found a valuable 2015 dime? First, make sure to inspect it carefully. Look for any signs of wear that might diminish its value. If the coin still has its original shine and detail, you could have an uncirculated dime on your hands. Then, take a close look for any mint errors. Check for things like off-center strikes, double dies, or any unusual features that could make your dime stand out from the rest. If you find something that doesn't look quite right, it could be an error coin that's worth much more than face value. In conclusion, the 2015 US dime might look like an ordinary coin, but in the world of coin collecting, it can be far more valuable than you think. Whether it's a coin in pristine condition or one with a rare minting error, the 2015 dime could be worth far more than its face value. If you've got a 2015 dime in your collection or you come across one in your pocket change, make sure to check it out carefully. You could be holding a coin worth $29,000. Today, we have a fascinating topic for you. You might think of dimes as just another coin in your pocket change, but what if I told you that the 2001 US dime could be worth a whole lot more than just its face value of 10 cents? That's right, this small coin, which you may have tossed aside countless times, might just hold the key to unlocking a hidden treasure. Stick with us as we explore why the 2001 dime could be worth thousands of dollars to the right collector. First, let's talk a little bit about the history of the Roosevelt dime. This dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in that same year. Roosevelt, widely remembered for leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II, has been immortalized on the obverse side of the coin. The design was created by John R. Sinek, and it has remained largely unchanged ever since. The reverse side of the coin features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols representing liberty, peace, and strength. These images give the dime a timeless, iconic quality that makes it one of the most recognized coins in U.S. history. By the time we reached 2001, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for decades, and its design was well established. Now, let's get to the exciting part: what makes the 2001 U.S. dime so valuable? As with most coins, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. You've probably noticed that most dimes you encounter are worn down or scratched from years of use. This is completely normal, as these coins are often used in everyday transactions. However, in the world of coin collecting, a coin in pristine condition is like a hidden gem. A 2001 dime that has been kept in perfect, uncirculated condition is worth significantly more than the 10 cents it was originally worth, but there's more. The 2001 dime isn't just valuable because of its condition. Some rare mint errors can make a dime from this year worth even more. Mint errors happen when something goes wrong during the coin's production process, creating a unique variation of the coin. For example, a misaligned die or an off-center strike can lead to a rare and valuable error coin. Coins with mint errors are highly sought after by collectors because they're one of a kind. If you happen to find a 2001 dime with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin that is much more valuable than a typical dime. What kind of errors should you be on the lookout for? Well, one common error is a double die, where the design of the coin is struck twice, creating a blurry or doubled image. This kind of error can happen on any part of the coin, and it's especially valuable if it happens to occur on Roosevelt's portrait. Another error that can occur is a clipped planchet, which happens when a portion of the metal disc used to strike the coin is missing, resulting in a coin with an unusual shape. These minting errors make a coin incredibly rare and can significantly increase its value. Another factor that can influence the value of a 2001 dime is its rarity. Even though millions of these coins were produced, only a small number of them may have survived in perfect condition, and even fewer will have the rare minting errors that collectors crave. As time goes on, more and more of these coins will be lost, damaged, or otherwise deteriorate, making the remaining coins in excellent condition even more valuable. For collectors, finding a 2001 dime in ungraded, uncirculated condition or with an error is like striking gold. So, how much could a 2001 dime be worth? Well, it depends on the condition and any possible minting errors, but it's not unheard of for one of these coins to sell for much more than its face value. If you happen to come across a 2001 dime in perfect, uncirculated condition or one that has a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth $40,000. That's $40,000 for a single dime. That's right, $40,000. It's hard to believe that something as small as a dime could be worth so much, but in the world of coin collecting, that's exactly what can happen when you find a rare error coin or a coin in flawless condition. The value of these dimes is driven by their rarity and the demand from collectors who are eager to add them to their collections. If you're lucky enough to find a 2001 dime in your collection or in your pocket change, be sure to inspect it carefully. Check for any signs of minting errors, and don't forget to look at its overall condition. If it's in pristine condition, or if it has a rare error, you could be holding a small fortune right in your hand. In conclusion, the 2001 US dime may seem like just another coin, but in the right condition or with the right minting error, it can be worth a lot more than 10 cents. Whether it's in uncirculated condition or features a rare minting error, this dime could fetch an impressive price. So, next time you're going through your change or sorting through your coin collection, take a closer look at your 2001 dimes. You just might have a $40,000 coin sitting there waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Happy collecting, and remember, your next big find could be just a dime away.